Colorado State University is going to release their early look at the 2026 Atlantic hurricane season with their first forecast. And here's kind of some of my thoughts on what we could expect and just kind of what I'm thinking about the 2026 season. So we are forecast to head into an El Nino. In fact, we have a 62% chance of that according to the Climate Prediction Center as we head into June, July, and August. And you might have seen on social media talk of a super El Nino. That essentially means a very strong El Nino where the Eastern Pacific warms by about 2 degrees or so. I know that seems insignificant, but you kind of have to think of the ocean like our body temperature. When our body temperature goes up just a couple of degrees, we have a fever. And the ocean is very similar, and that obviously makes a big impact on how the atmosphere and weather responds. Now, when we are in an El Nino, we usually do look at a less active season here in the Atlantic Basin because of higher wind shear, but there's a couple more pieces to the puzzle that we have to look at. We have to look at sea surface temperatures really across the globe, including in the Atlantic and what we call our main development region, which is kind of that stretch of ocean just off of the African coast where a lot of our storms develop, especially back half of the season, and that is already trending warmer. And when the water is warmer, that obviously fuels storms. That's what happened in 2023 when we were in a strong El Nino. We had the 4th most active season. That was also the year where Idalia impacted the Panhandle. So always really important, even if we do technically go into an El Nino, which usually means less active, it only ever takes one, and that doesn't mean that we are going to have a less active season. On the flip side of that though, in 2015, we had a really strong El Nino, and we didn't have any landfalling hurricanes that year. A couple of tropical storms rather, impacted Texas and parts of the Atlantic coast. All of the hurricanes made that curve out to the Atlantic. So a lot of things to take into account, but we will be looking out for that Colorado State University early look at the Atlantic hurricane season with their first forecast of the season, and we'll bring that to you as soon as we get it.